This is a concluding video in a series that I've done on a collection that I bought recently. In this video, I'll just be going over the best cards that showed up in the collection and maybe some other odds and ends that are there too. The first one is this card here. So the first stack is mostly played cards, so cards that are in good enough condition to play, but probably not good enough for collectors. This one I had to take a second look at because it's the best I've ever seen anyone do of coloring in black border on a white border cards. This was a Boba Fett preview card, and it's hard to tell in the camera, but this is definitely originally a white border card, and it was colored over in black markers. They did a very good job. I thought it was a special edition one at first, but the copyright date says 1997 on there, and that would have been the preview year. Special edition was 1998. So this one almost got past me. Fortunately, it was scratched up enough that I was going into the played stack anyways. I'd hate to sell that to somebody who's wanting to get a special edition of Boba Fett. But all in all, they did a pretty good job on it, and it looks fairly nice for a card colored over in marker. The rest of this stack is top cards that are in played condition. So we do have a Lord Vader in here that has a bit of a wavy appearance to it. So it's not really creased. It's just it looks like it's not quite flat, even though it does lay pretty flat on the table. Darth Maul's saber, a couple other Mauls of Vader, AI Obi-Wan. I'm always short on AI alternate image cards, so it was kind of a bummer to have this one in rough shape. A Coruscant Maul, cool looking card, but just a lot of edge white, and even some what looks like water damage on the edge here. We'll see if I can get that in light. Yeah, so easily a playable card, but just not if you're looking for right around near mint. It's not going to be quite up to snuff. Foil Imperial Command, kind of some pock marks on there. You can sort of see some of the worst ones in the light there with the glare. Couple Leia Rebel Princesses. Those just seen a lot of play. Another Blizzard 4 with the same wavy appearance as the Lord Vader, and then 3 Imperial Commands. The top one's pretty good. That one's marginal. But yeah, these are all good cards, and they've seen some play, some more than others. You can see, especially on the back there, the clouding and the edge white. The next card I thought was kind of interesting. Almost wondered if it had been tampered with as some kind of joke, but this is a blue milk, and there's a lot of cards that have ink errors on them, and this one almost seemed too funny to be true, but a lot of, I guess you could say, milky blue splotches on the card that would not be on most versions of the card. I looked pretty close to see if it was some kind of marker thing, but it doesn't look like there's any difference in the sheen of the card, so I think this is actually a genuine ink error, and one of the funnier ones I've seen. Next up would be foils in the stack. So, gave away a few there already, but Box Topper Leia foil in very good shape. Endor foils. I've been totally out of Rebel Leaderships. That was nice to get. And then just some other good Reflections 3 foils, including 2 Imperial Commands, which I was also out of. Also have some of the earlier sets, cards that were high demand cards that were in good shape. So lots of Lukes and Vaders, even more Vaders, a couple Walklings. Just one Thrawn was in the collection, although there was a foil, I believe. Rebel Leaderships and a bunch of home ones. That was nice to see, a bunch of 5 home ones. And a couple Executors, and of course you got to have Max Rebo in there. Only 2 Max Rebos, so you win some, you lose some, but it's always good to see Max playing his organ there. And then the rest are some later set cards. Those orange ones were the top cards, but some AIs in good shape, Ara and Padme. 2 Maces was good to see. 4 of these all-wings were poured in combos, and I've been totally sold out for a while, so getting 4 of them was awesome. One of them might have actually come from another collection, but definitely 3 were in this one that I just bought. 2 P-59s, those are always hard to get. And 3 of these, so that's a very nice, almost $30 card for getting out the blockade flagship. It lets you go get an effect of any kind. It's a pretty useful card overall. Couple Qui-Gons with sabers. There were 2 Mauls with sabers. You saw the other one, it was in played condition. This one is very nice. I'm not so into graded cards, but I couldn't see anything wrong with it when I looked at it up close, from what I can recall. And a lot of good reflections. 3 premiums. I think it was 2 or 3. Yeah, 3 Boba Fett with bounty hunters. So broken Boba, as a lot of people call him, and when he can fairly easily add 2 battle destiny and has 7 power, 6 forfeit, and 3 destiny, it's fairly easy to see why. Quite a few Stormtrooper garrisons, and a Force push. I was almost out of Force pushes, and then a Blizzard 4. So a lot of good reflections, 3 premiums there. In that stack, a lot of cards, $20 plus. So that was good to see. And then the last stack is the best things that I came across. This Vader was included in the set, and I wouldn't say he's in mint condition, but it was much better than a lot of the Black Border Premiere that I get in. Japanese foil Vader, and yeah, that is a foil, not the non-foil, so didn't want to get anybody's hopes up too high for the non-foil, which is possibly the most expensive card in the game from what I've seen. Foil Thrawn. Tournament foil Corvette. It's only the second one of these I've ever had. The foil, ultra rare foil Luke and Vader. I always liked the ultra rare Vader foil. Another ultra rare Vader foil. You got the Emperor plus a few other copies of the Emperor. One of them, I believe the one in orange, is in played condition, but the other ones are all in good shape, and just because they're played doesn't mean they're not playable. In fact, I couldn't even tell until I took them out of the sleeve that there was anything that might make them played. So Luke. Qui-Gon Jinn foil. It's been a while since I've had a Reflections 3 foil on. This one was in very good shape overall. Another Luke, this time a foil. And then the 2 tournament foils, Maul and Qui-Gon, were very nice additions to that collection. So that was the best cards overall. There were still lots of other good cards. I got a big stack of them on my living room floor that I'm sorting now. But I think it was definitely a worthwhile collection buy. I had a pretty good list of the main cards before I bought it, but I think definitely I will get a good return on my investment on that collection when I sell it in my store. And a lot of these I'm going to be restocking soon, so if you check my description, you'll be able to get a link to that store. And there's a few other links to being able to trade and some other Star Wars resources. So I hope you'll check those out, and I hope you'll watch subsequent videos. Thanks for watching.